Weekly spins. Welcome to our channel, Speck of Dust, vinyl we listen to during the week.
Three, two, one.
And I have Sandy Bull. He's been talked about a couple times in this podcast. This is Valentine's Day, 1969, live at the Matrix. He was part of the San Francisco scene, but only loosely connected. This is based on two shows. There's a different CD with a different cover, but it was just reissued recently. And he really was a fringe character that combines folk, jazz, classical, Eastern influences in equal measure. Long instrumentals, right? Distorted guitar, plucky, spiky flange echo effects. And it's all about the strings. He also uses tape loops where his bass patterns are coming in. So even though he's playing alone, it sounds more filled out. He also plays oud, several different kinds of guitars, and he creates a dislocative psychedelic vortex. Some of the best examples of this original droney soundscape improv style that has become so fashionable. I'm not sure about the cover. It's this sort of this postmodern kind of take on the cover, sort of like the original better. I also have, these are related. So I listened to that Sandy Bull, and then it prompted me to listen to this Hamza El Din, Music of Nubia from 1964 on Vanguard. It's mostly solo, and it's closer to the source of that Eastern influence. He actually turned Sandy Bull onto the oud and also influenced him greatly. But here, this is flat-footed, perfect intonation, sort of a minimal, maximal approach with oud melodies. You might even say it's proto-desert blues. It's improvisational, and he has guttural devotional singing. And sometimes his singing harmonizes with the oud melodies. So it lopes and meanders, and it's sort of an excavation of the tradition, some of his best. And Bull actually appears on this on bongos, and he's also got a string bass accompaniment on a couple songs. Both of these are examples of introspective, contemplative music. So you should have them.
All right. I got the Tubeway Army here, which is another way of saying Gary Numan. This is their slash his first record, and it's still done pretty much with a standard rock instrumentation. So the same person that became known for his synthesizer antics is here playing a guitar almost exclusively, and there's drums and bass. In fact, there's even one track that's an acoustic guitar and singing about some kind of doomed homosexual romance. I love how the minimalist, cold sound to it, the sort of mechanical, semi-autistic vocals, generally unwelcoming and inhuman aura it exudes. So I don't know, not necessarily for anyone, but if you want to take the human warmth out of your music, it's a great place to go. Then the second record I've got here is The Raven by the Stranglers. This is their fourth album and my personal favorite. It's got their trademark incredible musicianship. The bassosaurus, played by Jean-Jacques Bernal, is truly incomparable. Hugh Cornwall's guitar playing offers an incredible counterpoint. There's great synthesizer and fantastic drumming too. The this is sort of a concept album about again the extinction of humanity, probably. Men in Black is about human-eating aliens descending upon the planet. There's this great bleak atmosphere that pervades it. Sha Sha Go-Go is about events in 1979 in Iran. Don't Bring Harry is the requisite song about heroin. They're all good. Each song is in a different style. It's a mosaic of misanthropy and darkness in a non-metal kind of vein. So basically, if a bunch of old prog rockers were trying to win over the punk rock crowd, uh, they'd and write short songs that could be played on the radio, the result would be something like this. Um, if that sounds improbable, then that's all the more reason to check it out, I would say. So check it out.
Okay, um, my first record is Black Sabbath's Sabotage from 1975. It's been a pretty apocalyptic week in the news, and this is an apocalyptic record. It, kind of resonated with me. So this was number six out of the eight original Sabbath albums with Ozzy. This was, I would say, their last LP as with the band at the peak of their powers. They had been getting proggier with each record, and this is definitely their proggiest yet. Maybe their proggiest overall, I don't know. But there's a bunch of long songs with multiple parts. Interestingly, though, like this album also has two of their heaviest songs, Hole in the Sky and Symptom of the Universe. A couple things to note about this record that are really cool is the drumming. Bill Ward, he had a jazz background. I love this guy. I love all of his work basically. But he's at his most fill happy, particularly on this song Symphony of the Universe. It's awesome. And this song called and the main riff in on The Thrill of It All. This is one of Tony Iommi's gnarliest, but for some reason not iconic riffs. Great stuff. My next record is Hoverkraft's Schwebende music from 2021. So Hoverkraft is the work of Paul Riedel, guitarist, vocalist, keyboardist from Blood Incantation, the tech death metal band. He calls this like this is a deep space ambient project of his. And it's definitely treading in the footsteps of 70s German Kosmische. So this is two songs in 44 minutes. You get an analog keyboard motif that repeats in various ways throughout, a droney synth, a swishy synth, forgive all these technical terms, some acoustic guitar, and you can just float away. These are wonderful, like utterly calming, come down, chill out music, meditative stuff. um it makes you feel like you went on a journey and you came out just fine in the end. So
And of course, Sandy Bull turned into a heroin addict, shortly after that record, and he doesn't care. So you might say it's stringy.
the back's really cool too. I mean,
Is that astral projection?
astral projection, baby.
I know you're a Stranglers fan, but what they coming from a pub rock?
Yeah, there was a complexity. There was an intellectualism that was always closer to prog than pub or punk.
No teabagging.
No teabagging here.